Welcome, everyone. I am so excited to be here and to give you some support and encouragement during this difficult time of COVID 19. I know as moms, we are all struggling in different ways. I know some of us are um, regularly working from home, some of us are stay at home moms, some of us are working from home because of the current situation. And some of us are frontline workers. And if you are a frontline worker, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything that you're doing for us at this time. During this time, we are also home with our children, and we are, teaching them and homeschooling them and with them 24/7. And I've been checking in on a lot of my friends, and one of the main concerns is they just say that it is just constant. There is no break. So I wanted to hop on and do this call for you and just give you a few tips and some encouragement and some things that will help you through this difficult time. To start with, I wanted to give you a brief introduction of who I am and why I'm here. So my name is Laura Smith. I am the owner and creator of Healing Through Love. And just to give you a brief background, I am a certified teacher. I taught for 14 years in elementary school, K1 and 2. My heart is with children. I love them. And in addition, I am a mother. I have two grown children. I have a 30-year-old daughter and a 23-year-old daughter. I also have two grandchildren. I have a 7-year-old grandson and a 3-year-old grandson. Through all of that experience, I have seen firsthand how difficult life can be at times. We all have our ups and our downs. And a few years back, I went through a very difficult period. And through that period, it kind of led me in this direction. And I started doing a lot of personal development. I found a mentor that I started following, and I did some of her courses. And my mentor's name is Gabrielle Bernstein. If you know anything about her, she's considered the spirit junkie master. She's a spiritual entrepreneur. She is a 7-time New York Times best-selling author. She's a yogi. Um, and I've also recently just finished a class with Marie Forleo, who is, she teaches a course called B School, which is for online business. Through all of this, my mission has come to the forefront. And my oldest daughter and I had some difficulties for the past 15 years. She had gone through a rough period in her life. And me being an empath, I wanted to fix it. I became consumed. And she had some mental illness. She went through some drugs and some alcohol troubles. And, it sent me in a direction. I went through a divorce. My youngest child went to college. I became an empty nester. My grandson suffered some traumatic experiences. And through all of that, I kind of lost myself. And that sent me on this path. So, Healing Through Love came to be through my personal development journey that I want to share some of my tips with you to help you through some difficult times. So, enough about me. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a background of how I came to this point. And my mission and vision and my passion is to help mothers and to help children. Um, so, as I said, with everything going on right now in the world, I know moms are struggling, and I get it. I've been homeschooling my my grandson. I've been helping my daughters. We have been working from home, and so many of the similar things that you guys are going through. And I reached out to a bunch of my friends, and I kind of had conversations with them, and I asked the moms, "What are your biggest struggles at this time, and what could I help you with?" And like I said, the number one thing that they said is the constant. Just the children are around 24/7. And we all love our children. Just because we get frustrated doesn't mean we don't love them. But it's just constant. There's no break. So moms are working from home or they're working out in the front lines. They're coming home to their children. The expectations of homeschool are like off the charts. And we just don't get a break. So we understand, and there's a lot of people who struggle with mental illness, whether it's depression, whether it's just anxiety, whether it's stress. And in times like this, those things are elevated, and it's normal. None of you are in this by yourself. We are all experiencing these things. And the other problem is that there's no routine or structure, and we're trying to figure it out between our jobs and our children's school schedule and just our home schedule. So routine and schedule is just really difficult. Then there's the whole technology thing that's come on top of it with our kids being on the computers. We're trying to work from home on our computers. The internet's crashing. There's just so much going on. And another thing that someone I talked to said, the pressure that, you know, she's not giving everything 100%. So she's trying to give her children 100%. She's trying to give her children's schoolwork 100%. She's trying to give her job 100% because, for those of you that have been sent home to do your job, there's that pressure that maybe that job's not going to be there. So you want to give extra to make sure that you have that paycheck coming in. And then she also does, she has a side job as well that she's trying to build and trying to give your time and your energy and your effort to everything. You feel like you're not giving anything what you should be giving. So it's frustrating. So what are some things that we can do? And I know I'm in our private group with Jen, which I thank you so much for allowing me to come in and talk and help and give some tips for all of us that are in here. And Jen talks often about a schedule and a routine and how important that is. And it really truly is. And it's hard for us to say, oh, well, this is what your schedule should look like because everybody's jobs are different. Everybody's children's school is expecting different things. So it's hard for us to say this is what your schedule should look like. It's really about looking at, okay, this is the requirement that my job has for me right now. This is the requirement that school has for me right now. And this is what I need to do for me, and then trying to mesh the three. Hopefully you have an employer that would be understanding because a lot of employers are in the same position and just say, listen, I'm trying my best, but I have children at home, can we work something out? Maybe your employer will be willing to work with you. But a schedule is really super important. I'm going to share a few things with you when I went through my, hitting the wall moment. Because that's the thing, guys. We have to understand we are all humans. And as humans, there's only so much that we can do. There's only so much that we can give. And there's only so much that we can take. And I saw this picture and I found it really interesting because I do a workshop. And when I give this workshop, I talk about this often. And I frequently, when I talk about how to help our kids and how to help ourselves, I often go back to one of the beginning courses that I took in college. Most of you who have been through college have taken this course, and it's just Introduction to Psychology. And it's something called Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs. And I talk about it in my presentation. And someone posted this picture the other day, and I was like, oh my God, like it's so true. So I hope you can see this. But this is Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs. And it shows we're all down here in this bottom of the pyramid. This is where we are right now, every single one of us. There are people that are fighting for basic needs: food, water, warmth, a roof over their head, right? Because there's so many people that are out of work and they're begging. They're really, 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 truly going to food banks and things like that. So there are people that are down here, right? And if you're not, be grateful. Be grateful that you're not there. And if you're not, help those that are, okay? That's just my PSA for the moment. And the next level up is just safety. This is where we are, guys. This is where 99% of the world is right here. We're looking for our basic needs and for safety and security. So like I said, I talk about this in my workshop a lot because this is what a lot of us are looking for on a daily basis. But right now, in the middle of COVID-19, this is so true. We cannot expect perfection from ourselves right now. Give yourself a break. Give yourself grace. None of us can expect perfection or giving 100% to anything when we are all right here, guys. This is basic psychology, okay? So please, I know so many of us are like, oh, we want to do the best. We want to give the best to our job. We want to give the best to our kids. We want to give the best to our home. We want to give the best to our side hustle, whatever that might be. Guys, give yourself a break. Basic psychology tells you it's not possible. All right? So take that stress off of your shoulders right now. Do what you can. I'm not saying just like sit around and do nothing, but do what you can and don't put that added pressure. That pressure is what we had 2 months ago. when everything was just going, when we were on that constant hamster wheel. We're in a different place right now. So let's just give ourselves that. Okay. Can we all just promise to like accept that right now? So, with that being said, these are some of the things that helped me when I hit the wall and was like, enough's enough. I can't take another thing. Um, this also goes back to our friend Jen, who allowed us to talk in this group. And the one thing that really helped me was I started setting my alarm clock at this time I was teaching. And I'd set my alarm clock for 5 a.m. and I would get my butt up and get to the gym because exercise or releases endorphins, which are feel good hormones, which make us feel good throughout the day and give us that energy, right? And it became like an extra therapy for me. I was in therapy at the time, and I'm so grateful for my therapist because she helped me out tremendously. But working out became therapy. It was just getting in the gym, having that time to me, headphones on. It was just me and the weights, and I felt good. So if you can get up a little earlier or do it at night after the kids are in bed, just do something. Move your body. It really, truly does make you feel so much better. Go for a walk. Do something just to get your body moving and away from everything else, right? The other thing that I did was I consumed myself in personal development. You know, at the time I had a 45-minute commute to work and back. And I replaced talk radio in the morning, which is a bunch of BS anyway, with audiobooks. I was listening to audiobooks. I was listening to podcasts. I was listening to anything I could to fill my cup because my cup was empty. And I just became consumed with it. And I listened to so much personal development. If you need suggestions on some personal development books, trust me, I have 1,000 of them, and I'd be happy to share some of my favorites with you. Um, but that really helped me because when we're in this negative of COVID-19 and the news is negative and the economy is negative and everything's just negative, what are we expected to feel like, right? So, turn off the TV, put on an audiobook, open a book, read a book or something, right? um, but something that's going to fill you up and make you feel good about yourself. Okay. Like I said, I became consumed. I was like, no more negative. I just cut it off. I couldn't hear it anymore. It was enough's enough. I can't do it. And I just filled it with the positive. Okay. Another thing that I did was the last 10 minutes of my day, instead of laying in bed and scrolling Facebook or Instagram and just, the comparison game on high, right? I stopped it. And instead, I'd take out my phone, I'd go to YouTube, and I would find a guided meditation. And I would just put it on and I would just close my eyes and I just relaxed. Instead of the scroll, instead of the comparison, instead of the negativity, instead of the toxicity that I was getting from my Facebook, I replaced it with positive. And I just filled my cup again before I went to sleep. And I can tell you, my sleeping habits improved dramatically because imagine going to bed negative, what's in your head while you're trying to sleep? Relaxation, positivity, uplifting. Sleep so much better. And sleep is vital for our health, vital for our feel good feelings, right? I found a mentor and I talked about her in the beginning. I attribute so much of my personal development to my life changing to Gabrielle Bernstein because she was my mentor. I listened to her books on repeat. The number one, Universe Has Your Back, repeat. She has so many, 7 times New York Times best-selling author. She has what's called the Miracle Membership, $19 a month, guys, $19. You get her podcasts, you get monthly, talks from Gabby, you get monthly, you get emails from her weekly, you get her meditations, a whole slew of guided meditations straight from Gabby, $19 a month. I can't, I have to tell you that because that's what changed my life. I started taking her courses. I went to see her in Kripalu. If you've never been there, beautiful. When the world opens back up, I highly suggest. But find somebody. Everybody resonates with somebody different. Everybody does. but Gabby was mine. So that really helped me. But really, meditation, if you can, and I know when someone introduced me to meditation 5, 6 years ago, I was like, cannot do it. Mind does not turn off. The mind does not turn off. And it doesn't. It doesn't. But you learn to. And that's what guided meditation is about. Guided meditation talks you through it, and it's really super helpful. And at the end of this, I just recorded and just published my own first guided meditation for relaxation that I'm gifting to you today. Um, I'm so excited about it. um, so, the other thing, I want to shift gears just for a minute and talk about our children because this is so hard for our children, especially the little ones, to try to understand why can't I go to school? Why can't I go play at the park? Why can't I play with my friends? Why can't I have a birthday party? So many of us, I turned 50 in the middle of this, okay? Like, so many of us are experiencing, life events. Why can't I have my kindergarten graduation? What do you mean I can't, do my third grade play? Whatever. It's hard. It's hard for kids to understand. And I can't take credit for this. I credit my cousin, Emily, because she posted this and I was like, oh my God, this is fantastic. So it's how to talk to your kids about COVID 19, the ABCs of talking to your kids about COVID 19. And I can post the link. It's straight from Sesame Street. Sesame Street did a talk with CNN and they asked questions to the Sesame Street characters and they answered for the children. And it was really, really cool. So, I highly suggest that. And I can post the link, like I said, but I think it's really amazing. Um, Another thing is that we have created through Healing Through Love 20 independent activities for your children. And that's the one thing moms say. Constant, 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 constant. The kids are just constant. Mom, I'm bored, I'm bored, I'm bored. And this is something you create with your children that they have with them that they can use at any time. They say, I'm bored, go get your box. Okay. And there's tons of stuff that we suggest to put in this box for your kids. So we can give that to you as well. But lastly, like I said, I'm really excited because I created my first ever, and I'm so excited that I actually recorded it. It's on YouTube. I have a public YouTube channel for the first time ever. And it's a guided meditation for relaxation and decompression. And the blog post through Healing Through Love today is how to decompress. Okay. So how to find that relaxation time. And it goes into putting your kids to bed, making yourself an Epsom salt bath, have your glass of wine or whatever your drink of choice. If you don't drink, get a water bottle, whatever makes you happy. A candle and guided meditations and some spa meditation music. Light your candle, make your bath, and just decompress, just relax. And guys, I can honestly tell you, I know right now you're thinking, how in the world am I going to find 5 minutes extra in my day right now? I understand. I really, truly, truly do. I'm telling you, I get it. But I'm also telling you guys, it's a priority. You have to make you a priority. You have to find, I don't care if it's 10 minutes, a couple times a week just for you. Because, guys, like I said before, you have to, or you will. We are human. We can only give so much and we can only take so much. And you will crash and burn. I'm telling you, this is about health. This is about you. Okay. So take the time. Okay. Like I said, our blog post is about taking 30 minutes a few times a week just for you to relax, decompress, and just give yourself that break. Give yourself that grace. You're going to see how if you can do this a few times a week, and I highly suggest guided meditation every night before you go to sleep, you're going to see such a difference in the way that you view things, the way that you perceive things, the way that you handle things. Okay. You'll have more patience with your children. You'll have more patience with your job. You'll have more patience with your spouse. It's so important. I cannot recommend enough. Take this blog post that we're giving you, read it, Do it a few times a week. Get in the damn tub and just be. Shut out the world. I'm telling you, it will make all the difference. It really, truly will. Okay. Um, and if you do it and you love it, please tell us. Please, write us a comment, share it with other people that you know could use it. There's so many people out there right now struggling. So if you do this and it helps you, share it. Share it. People need it. This is not about, me or my business or anything more than just helping others. You know what I'm saying? Share what works for you. That's all I'm doing. That is all I'm doing. I am sharing with the world what saved me. And I highly suggest that you do the same. Okay. So I thank you for taking the time to listen to this. I wish you all safety. I wish you all health. I wish you all happiness. And most of all, I wish you all peace because that's all this world needs. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Like I said, if it helps you, share it. Let me know. I'd love to hear what helps you. If you have other suggestions, please share them so that other people can learn from you as well. Um, and I thank you. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Bye bye.